I've seen it where there's a mindset out there that you either have to get a cheap home or you're gonna have to get a quality home. You can't get both, right? If you want a quality home, you're gonna have to bump up in price. And if you want a cheap home, you're gonna have to sacrifice quality. Whether you're ready now or just starting your journey, we're here to walk with you every step of the way. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Purchase Path by Azcension Homes. My name is Des Losberg, and today we're diving into a topic that every home buyer deserves to understand. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, whether you're a veteran, a working class family, or you're simply a family who's looking to buy an affordable home. We're gonna talk about the quality of an appropriately built home. We're going to talk about what makes a home truly high quality and why quality and affordability do not have to compete with one another. They are not mutually exclusive. You see, I've seen it where there's a mindset out there that you either have to get a cheap home or you're going to have to get a quality home. You can't get both, right? If you want a quality home, you're going to have to bump up in price. And if you want a cheap home, you're going to have to sacrifice quality. Well, I'm here to dispel that rumor because it's simply not true. And I'm going to break down exactly why and what you should be looking for as a first-time home buyer or entry-level home buyer, and what quality things you should be focused on. So the first thing we're going to talk about are the three main pillars of what equals a quality home and what you should be looking for and what are most important to what we see at Azcension Homes with our buyers. These three main things that we look at are: one, structural integrity; two, energy efficiency; and three, my wife's favorite, and I know a lot of home buyers' favorite, is materials and finishes, the stuff you look at. So let's talk about why all these three things equal a good quality built home. Because if all three of these things are solid, you're going to have a home that will last longer. It's going to cost you less to maintain. It's going to feel better to live in. And it's going to be a better home on the back end for either a refinance, a home sale, or converting it to a rental. It's great to get in cheap and have all these cheap and low quality finishes. That's fine and all. But when you go to sell it or when you go to convert it to a rental, it's less than ideal. So we're going to talk about all three of these things, what you should be looking for, and why they should exist regardless of the price point you're at. So let's break down each one of these from an educational standpoint. The first thing we talked about was structural integrity. Now, what encompasses structural integrity is the foundation of the home, literally and figuratively. Not only do you have to have a proper foundation, but you need the framing and trusses and structure in place to have a good, solid home to live in. What you want to look for in any new build is, number one, the first step, a high quality slab. Now, what a slab foundation is, they're in different regions, they have raised foundations or homes are on stilt, but a quality slab foundation is that concrete foundation that the home is placed on, that the framing is built upon. It supports the entire house. And depending on your region, it's super important that you have a good quality foundation. Now, here in Arizona, the soil expands and contracts, so a strong slab is critical. And the reason why is the home will eventually settle. And if you don't have that strong foundation, you're going to notice it over the long haul. You're going to get those structural cracks in the walls or the ceilings. Doors are not going to fit right. And one, it's going to upset you if you're living in a home because you know that you're not living in a quality home. But two, when you go to resell it, that next buyer is going to notice that as well on their inspections. Or if you were to convert it to a rental, that renter is going to notice it as well. So not only do you want the quality for yourself to live in, but on the back end for the sale or turning it into a rental. And the way you ensure that you have a quality home and foundation is that you have inspections every single step of the way. And no, we're not talking about just city inspections. We're talking about true quality control, QC protocols that the builder has for you, the buyer, every step of the way. It's true quality that has those extra set of eyes on the work every single step at each stage. Now, when you have that foundation laid, now you want to make sure you have that straight framing. You want to have aligned trusses. You want to use quality wood and companies that use quality product as well. See, buyers don't usually think about this. It really truly does affect everything, from the doors not opening right to the stucco cracks, walls being straight. All of it over time will wear, and you want to make sure both not only your foundation, but now your structural framing is true and straight the entire way. Now, if a home has strong bones, everything built on top of it is going to have a better chance of lasting and retaining that value over time. Now, I don't want to speak on other builders out there, especially in our region, but I want to talk about what we do here at Azcension Homes and what our approach is in terms of this main pillar, which is structural integrity. Our take at Azcension Homes is we prioritize slab quality and make sure it's right the very first time. We have a QC, internal QC program that we make sure that we have not only our engineers and architects take a look at it, but we have our GCs sign off at it, and we use subcontractors that we know do quality work. We perform quality control inspections every stage, and we insist on framing trueness and proper truss alignment. Because frankly, we don't want to deal with having to fix things down the road as well, because we issue home warranties on our homes. And we can do that because we're a smaller volume builder. We're able to pay close attention to these details that unfortunately other high volume builders simply can't. They're just trying to put as much product out there as they can. Either they're publicly traded or they're just at a high volume and they just don't have the QC systems in place. And so that's where we truly believe affordability and quality can merge and coexist. You don't need a luxury home budget to get a structurally sound home. You just need a builder who cares, and you need to have an extra set of eyes on that property during the construction process with your own inspectors if the builder is not showing you that they do quality work and they have an internal QC plan like ourselves when we're building the foundation and the structure. Let's talk about the second most important thing about quality homes, and that is energy efficiency. Now, that's a huge topic nowadays because the cost of energy is going up, and it's one that not only affects the monthly bills and utility bills and overall cost of the home, it also helps your comfort level. And so not only will it hurt your pocketbook, but it's going to hurt your comfort if it's too hot, too cold, or it's not vented properly. And so the first thing that matters in energy efficiency is the insulation. You got to make sure you're using the right insulation. Now, the old way of doing things was they used to just blow in these fiberglass insulation, and they would stack it into the attic about maybe 12 inches or 14 inches in there. Well, frankly, that's gone by the wayside because with that blown in insulation, it adds to allergies, to dust, and it does get matted down over time. And the same thing with the walls. They used to roll on the insulation within the walls. And if you have a home that's been built probably over the last 10 years, you'll be able to poke into the drywall and you'll see they have insulation in there on the exterior walls. And we got away from that. We use spray foam insulation. One is easier to apply, but two, it helps your allergies and everything else. And also it is way more energy efficient. It lasts, it doesn't get matted down, and you don't ever have to replace or replenish. It's there permanently. It holds the heat and the coolness a lot better than what the roll-on insulation or the blown-in fiberglass insulation used to be. So that's what we use here at Azcension Homes. A lot of new home builders do that as well, but that is one step that we take for energy efficiency. The next thing we want to talk about on energy efficiency is the HVAC system, your cooling and heating system that keeps you comfortable in the home. Number one, you got to make sure that it's an energy efficient unit. And two, it's the proper size for the home. Now, we build smaller homes, 12 to 1,500 square feet, and we pick the proper tonnage or the size of the HVAC unit, and we vent our homes correctly. That's another thing that a lot of larger volume builders do, or HVAC subcontractors do, is they don't vent or use the right ventilation system or tubing system or the ducting system that will keep that home cool and keep it heated for that home and keeping you comfortable. The next thing you want to look at is the LED lighting and energy efficiency appliances. Not only will they reduce utilities bills, but they will also last a lot longer. So Real efficiency makes it more affordable over the long term, and it also costs less to operate, and it also passes that savings on to your subsequent buyers or renters if you were to convert that home. Our approach here at Azcension is what we do, and when we build at every home is we have energy efficient HVAC systems that we design specifically for the Arizona heat. So depending on what region you're on, make sure they're using the appropriate systems. We have spray foam insulation, not the basic insulation. We do energy efficient LED lighting and energy efficient appliances throughout the home. And again, these shouldn't be luxury upgrades. They should be standard. Home affordability does not mean you have to sacrifice these things, because living in an affordable home should be comfortable, and you should be able to enjoy the caveats that everyone else gets to enjoy, regardless of the price point you enter in at. The third and last thing we're going to talk about in terms of a quality home are the materials and finishes. Now, here's what buyers should evaluate in any home. One, the flooring durability. Like what kind of flooring are you using? Are you using cheap builder grade carpet in your home, or are you tiling the whole thing? We tile our homes because one, it keeps it cooler for you in the summer months, but two, it just lasts a lot longer. Are you using a quality luxury vinyl plank or hardwood, or are you using cheap carpet that you're going to have to replace in 2, 3, 5 years? Again, about the efficiency, it's going to hit your pocketbook sooner than later. The next thing, which is my wife's favorite, is the countertop material. Is it using quartz or using a wooden laminate? A lot of economical home builders use this wooden laminate that scratches easy, it warps, but quartz is resistant to it all. It's easier to clean, and it handles the heat, and it does not stain like a laminate does. Also, look at the exterior. Look at the stucco, the paint quality, the exterior insulation. It makes a difference, because that stucco, if it's quality work that's done on the home, that also keeps the home efficient as well. Nice and cool, heated, and it looks good as well. Make sure the paint is done appropriately and it's a good quality paint. Depending on your area, like us in Arizona, we use a heat resistant paint, and also look at the insulation as well within your ducting, within your attic area, and then within walls. Like I said, we use spray foam insulation. And then lastly, talk about the appliance quality and longevity. Are they using star efficient, energy efficient appliances, or are they using cheap builder grade appliances that will fall over time? Are they using name brand materials? Are they using name brand appliance companies? Make sure whatever product they are using, it does show something about the workmanship and the quality product that the builder is putting out there. Here at Azcension Homes, we use name brand appliances, and they're all stainless steel, so they all look great. So make sure, one, they look great, and also two, they're energy efficient. So while you're shopping for those homes, make sure you're comparing from one builder to the next. What finishes are they using? What type of quality materials are they using? Do they have a QC program and QC system in place? And what corners are some of these builders taking? Because here's something important for buyers to know. Not every builder has the same priorities. Many large national builders rely on volume. They are publicly traded. They try to build as fast as they can and slam it in as quickly as they can. They build cheap. They sell thousands, and they look at their top line revenue, so their stock prices goes up. So what that means to you, the end buyer, is you get laminate countertops, you get cheap builder grade carpet, you have basic insulation, tile is usually an upgrade, stainless steels or name brand quality appliances are usually an upgrade, energy efficiency is an upgrade, almost everything is an upgrade. So not only are you at a higher price point, or maybe you're coming in at a lower price point, you just got to know that if you want these creature comforts, it's going to cost you. Have those things included with a lot of these national home builders do have, and what we have here at Azcension Homes. So look at that. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. It does create a gap in long-term value. So if you did have to refinance, or did have to sell, or did have to convert it to a rental, just remember, those are things that'll come back around and make it easier for you to rent and sell on the back end if you were to move up or move down or turn that home into a rental. So lastly, I just want to touch again on where Azcension differentiates themselves from the other builders out there. Not only do we focus on the buyer themselves, but we take a different approach. We use better materials that last longer. We know that it gives families an upgraded feel without upgrading the pricing. We are a smaller volume-based builder. We're family owned. That means we give more attention, more oversight. We have higher quality control systems in place, and we design smarter floor plans. We have open spaces, separated rooms, layouts that maximize the square footage and livability. We have LED lighting, energy efficiency, HVAC, and appliances. All of it we tile throughout, and we make sure we give you a good quality, affordable product in the end. We balance price and quality on purpose. They do not have to be exclusive of one another. We invest in the areas that protect the long-term value, the slab, the insulation, HVAC, flooring, countertops, and we avoid spending where it doesn't help families or affordability. And that's how we deliver quality and affordability at the same point. Could we scrap that back and increase our profit margins? Absolutely. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of builders do. But we do not do that because we want to make sure we do smart decisions, we have efficient systems, better materials, and we do have a care for the long-term owner as a builder. So again, if you're interested in seeing what our homes come in at affordability-wise and what kind of quality we have, come out, schedule a showing with us. Reach out to our team at Azcensionhomes.com. That's with a Z. That's AZCENSION homes.com. Or check out the show notes. You'll be able to find our contact information there. So if you're exploring new construction and want to understand what to look for, or if you want to compare different builders to see the quality differences for yourself, just reach out. You can walk a model with us. You can ask questions, see all the materials, look behind the walls if you want to, and we're transparent because we're proud of what we built. Thanks again for listening to the Purchase Path podcast. Today we covered why affordability and quality do not have to be mutually exclusive. So I'm Des with Azcension Homes, where affordability meets quality. We don't just build homes, we build home owners. We'll see you on the next episode. Take care. Follow the Purchase Path now on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen and start your journey with Azcension Homes. Your path, your purchase, your time.